Hello Taurus, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your weekly read for the third week of July 2020, and it's just a general reading to see what's on the cards for you at this time. But before we dive into the tarot, I need to consult the oracle. I'm just going to use this little Earthbound Oracle to give you a 3-card spread to start your reading. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Taurus for the third week of July 2020. What messages are there for Taurus for the third week of July 2020? What messages are there for Taurus for the third week of July 2020? What messages are there for Taurus for the third week of July 2020? Oopsie, I've got one. I will just draw you another 2 quickly then. Let's see. So you got time, that came out first. Time, home, and death. Right, so it seems, it's time to go home. No, seriously. The timing may be right for something. That's something, it's, this is an important time. Death is about transition, something ending so that a new something can begin, but in the center of it all is home, stability, a sense of coming home, I think, and the stabilities of home, standing the tests of times, the security of home, withstanding change and transition, and that, even unwelcome change and transition, but it's built to this strong foundation, a home with a strong foundation that's built to last, built to stand the test of time. And I get a sense, any transition is towards more heightened spirituality. So there you have it. Home, death, and time. And let's see what the rest of the reading shows. Let's see what's on the cards for Taurus for the third week of July 2020. What messages are there for Taurus for the third week of July 2020? What messages are there for Taurus for the third week of July 2020? Let's see. 3 of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles shows where you are. The 10 of Wands, the Devil, and the Ace of Wands show the energies around you. What's brought you where you are? And then Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant show your challenges, and advice from Spirit are shown in the King of Cups, the Chariot, and the Eight of Swords. Should I move that down a bit? And then your outcome is the Magician, the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands, and then the Knight of Cups. Oh, that's a beautiful Knight of Cups. Is at the bottom of the deck. I really like that Knight of Cups. Right, so you've been making progress in something, and it's starting to, you're just starting to get a sense of things coming together. The first inklings of success, and the first sense of independence come your way. Yes, it seems that, you know, after some hard work, you've built up a sense of security and value around yourself. And the Queen of Cups is there. Indicating a sense of calm, serenity, and feeling emotionally stable. That's a nice place to be. You've worked very hard to get where you are. Yeah, there is an idea, an endeavour. It could be a work project. It could be sort of relationship related, but there's an idea. There's been an idea, a concept, something you've started off with, and it's been a long, hard journey, and it's been fraught with obstacles that have come in the way of things not being as they seem to be. So there's been some diversions along the way. And like the Ten of Wands, this is a beautiful Ten of Wands. It just shows the weight of the load that the little ant has to carry, and on top of that is a stone with a fossil in it that indicates it sort of denotes the pressure of the load, the heaviness, but you've had the strength to carry it through, and you're still on. I'm getting a sense from the reading, you're still on the journey. Your challenges, tradition. The Hierophant makes me think, in this particular reading specifically today, on the family traditions. Maybe the challenge there is whether to follow those, and the decision. There's your challenge is the decision, whether you follow the family traditions, follow the ingrained methods that are stable and supportive, or whether you take a step back and try and do things in a new way and create a sense of you. You've got the Hanged Man, and in this particular deck he is in the form of a chrysalis about to emerge. So that's like being born anew, transitioning into something different than what you traditionally would normally follow. So here you are at this decision, this dilemma, and this particular Two of Swords focuses on the idea that you may need to use other senses, because perhaps things aren't clear and clear cut. You may be needing to tap into different sources of knowledge or tap into your intuition to make this decision, but certainly you may need to, use some new enlightenment that comes to you. It does seem that things are changing a bit for you now. And there you have the Death card. I'll put it down there. Do you change the way you do things and try something new from looking at it from a new perspective? Or do you follow the traditional ways that you know would work or have worked in the past? Steady. It's almost like, the decision is whether to break free and do something different or not. And here you have in your advice row the Eight of Swords, showing that, you may feel quite trapped in this indecision. But there is a way out, and it implies using something a little different than what. Sorry, the light has changed, hasn't it? Is that better? May imply using something different to what you're used to using. This is the whole thing about the Eight of Swords, is there's a sense of entrapment, the sense that you can't get out of a situation, but that if you looked at things from a different perspective, which is what the Hanged Man is all about, you may see that there's actually, the answer is quite clear. There is a way out, and it's, the idea being that the rabbit could easily slip through the swords, and that the situation is not as dire or as constricting as you may think it is. Furthermore, your advice row shows that you may want to use your instinctive guidelines to get past these obstacles in your way. Things that, and I've get a sense that the obstacle at the moment is this indecision of how to go about moving things forward. Not to become flustered, not to let it get you into a state of fear, and you know how a rabbit, when they freeze, I'm getting a sense, looking at these cards together, that they urge you not to become frozen with indecision, but to, tap into your intuition to some degree, because in this particular deck, the Chariot leans towards moving intuitively forward. I'll explain that card to you. It's the Canadian geese. They're following the ley lines north or south to the better weather, back towards the spring, and the thistle there indicates obstacles that are on your way. So I just feel it sort of says, move forward, keep moving forward. Don't stand still for too long. Move forward with a sense of determination and knowing where you're going. Keep that goal in mind. Keep moving forward. You know the way. You know how to get through this. You know the way instinctively. And you've got the King of Cups, who's all about calmness, maturity, emotional togetherness. I get a sense, looking at this spread today and how it's going, but more importantly, the King of Cups, this heron, makes me think of maintaining your focus on your goal rather than getting distracted by obstacles that may come your way. You know how the heron stares for a long time in the water, that pose that they have, that's more what I'm getting from this card today. So next to the Chariot, I would say definitely the advice from Spirit is stay focused. You know the way, you know deep in your heart you can do this. Don't be distracted by obstacles, and don't let yourself be waylaid by indecision that has come from obstacles. And then you have your outcome row, which is the Magician, saying, you know, you can do this. You will have all the resources you need. You'll have the ability to really manifest this, to take this forward and manifest it. You've got the Six of Pentacles showing you resources will come your way. There will be some degree of sharing, generosity, like generous spirit, and this will aid you as you keep going forward, because your final card, being the Knight of Wands, shows that you'll get a sense that you're almost there. You'll almost have reached that goal, that focus, that thing you're aiming for will soon be on the horizon. And it's just going to take some time. Continued work and steady focus, and a sense of coming home. But there's, some transition required as you move on this journey. The bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Cups, and I get a sense that there may well be an offer coming your way as well. And I link it with this card, some help coming your way, and a generous, kind, loving offer that brings a sense of comfort and sort of helps relax things, the feeling of coming home. You know how you can relax when you get home? Hopefully you can, hey? Looking at the lavender in this cup, it makes me think of soothing, relaxing. So there's an offer coming to aid you on your way. You're not there yet, but things will move quickly after a little while. Things will take off, and you will get a sense of movement, of faster movement towards your goal. I've lost one of the cards. There it is, sorry. Okay, so Taurus, there is your reading. It seems that you're on a bit of a journey towards bringing something about that you've been working at quite hard at. Any indecision as to whether to move forward or not needs to be made. Using senses you don't normally use, perhaps intuition, and to not allow that moment of indecision to freeze you in your progress, but to keep on moving, to remain focused, because you are able to bring this about. You have the Great Manifestor card in your outcome, and it shows you transitioning and making this happen. Aid will come your way in the form of an act of kindness, and eventually you'll feel that you're almost there, and you know it has been an uphill struggle, but you've been making steady progress and you will continue to do so. It may just take time. And that is your reading, Taurus, for the third week of July 2020. I hope that it resonated with you, and if you liked it, please remember to hit the like button and have yourself a good week, and God bless you till we meet again.